The real estate market is definitely changing, and there are 5 steps to make sure your listing sells. Hi, I'm Eric Lowry with the Lowry team in eXp Realty. And in the market we're in, listings are definitely taking longer to sell. I'm sure we're all experiencing that. And the market is changing. Sales are slowing, so listings they're hanging on a little bit longer. How do you make sure your listing sells? Here are my 5 steps. Number 1, probably number 1 for a reason. It's the most important. Price it correctly. You've got to make sure that the listings come on the market today are priced to the market of today. The biggest danger I think we have as real estate agents right now is using older comps that sold 6 months ago, maybe when the market was a bit different. Things were still a lot hotter. Things were selling in multiple offers for tens and 20,000 over list price. And that's just not, in most cases, the reality of today. And so we've got to make sure we're using the most recent comparable sales that we possibly can. Preferably the ones that are maybe just 1 or 2 months old, as opposed to that old conventional thinking of 6 months old. I think you also got to take a look at the pending home sales. What's the pricing on the pending home sales that are comparable, and how long did they take to sell? If they were quick sales, or if they took longer? So pricing it right. You got a bad location, price it right, it'll still sell. You got a bad condition, price it right, it'll still sell. Number 1, price it right. Number 2 is get the condition the best you can. We're all going to have listings from time to time where the condition's not perfect. We just got to get it elevated as much as you possibly can. The number 1 rule, though, for sure is you got to get it clean. Maybe the seller doesn't have the money to do a lot of the updates and things that you think it need to have happen. Well, by the way, price it correctly. But make sure it's clean. Make sure that like good old, just a good old scrubbing will make a difference a lot of times. And in today's world where buyers are going to be very selective, buyers have apprehension about moving forward. We don't want to give buyers of our listings an excuse to hold off, to not make the offer. Now, I said you can overcome condition with price, and you certainly can. The problem with that strategy, though, can be the price is going to have to be significantly lower oftentimes than the seller wants it to be. So elevating that condition, super important. That's number 2. Number 3, this one's really easy. Don't skip on photos. Don't skip on the marketing. Make sure you're getting professional photographs taken of all the listings. And where appropriate, and in most cases, professional video as well. It is what buyers have come to see and expect in being able to view listings online, and your sellers are going to expect it too. So don't skip on that, professional photographs. Number 4, this is more of a script, if you will, that I'm going to give you. So you're at a home, sellers agreed to list with you, you're talking about the right price, getting it on the market, and I'm going to challenge you to use this script I call one of 3 things. And it goes like this. Mr. Seller, here's what I know. One of 3 things is guaranteed to happen when we list your home and put it up for sale. Number 1 is that we get a ton of showings very quickly and it sells. And that's exactly what we're after. We're having a party. We're celebrating. Number 2 thing that could happen is you have a decent amount of showings. The feedback's fine. It's, cute house, just a little too small for them, not what they're looking for, those kinds of things. That means we probably missed the price by a little bit and we need to make a reduction sooner rather than later. Or the third thing that could happen is that it's painfully silent. There's almost no showings. The feedback is not interested. Price is too high. And I don't mean the feedback from 1 or 2 showings, but just very quickly you get the sense the market's basically ignoring the property. That means you miss the price by quite a bit and you need to react and get the price right quickly. Don't wait 30, 45, 50, 60 days. Make that adjustment within the first 2 weeks if there are no showings coming. And that's basically what you have to say to every seller, even if you think you got the price right. One of 3 things could happen. One, it sells very quickly. Two, we get some showings and, it's nice, whatever, but no, it doesn't feel like anybody's about to buy it. Or number three, it's painfully silent. Go through that script with every seller. You'll get far better results, especially if you have to go to them then a couple weeks and ask for that price reduction. Sometimes if you use that script, they'll actually come to you and say, it's time to reduce the price, isn't it? And that makes it an even easier conversation. And then finally, number 5 is communicate. That property goes to market, be in constant communication with the seller, staying in contact, keeping them informed of what's going on, what you're seeing happen or not happening, what the feedback's saying, what are the agents saying. Don't hide that from the sellers. Stay in contact with them, work together, and you'll get that listing sold. If I can help you in any way, please feel free to reach out. The easiest way is to click below this video or above it, depending on where you're seeing it, the link to book a strategy session with me. I'm happy to talk through with you more the strategies I use and you can use to get our listings sold quickly, even in today's changing market. All right, I'll talk to you next time.